Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. So, halfway through the month of September, time for my half-time report. Now, for those eagle-eyed among you, yes, I am recording this after Sunday's live, just to give me time to edit it and then get it out there to you all. So, our first pen. That was Mr. Pen, and it's the Parsons Essential. Nice black, classic looking, isn't it, with this nice gold here. Really attractive pen to look at. I do find though this pen does feel a little bit thin there in the section. And then we've got here the converter. Hopefully got enough there for one more day. The nib is a medium oblique cursive nib. And I've actually found that I really enjoy this nib. It's very nice to use. One of the things I have to do is make sure I get the nib oriented correctly. So rather than holding it like this, he says trying to show it to the camera, I have to slightly turn it so that I get the right face onto that paper. It does let me know if it's wrong because it starts to feel scratchy, but when I've got the orientation correctly, beautiful, gives an absolutely gorgeous line. And that Diamine Brandy snap, wow, such a really nice, beautiful pale brown ink with some nice shading. Really enjoying that. So that's the Parsons Essential by Mr. Pen. Next up, we're going to jump over to Germany. Here we've got a Pelikan M205. Small pen. I love this blue marble colour, and let me just try and get that a little bit closer to the camera so you can hopefully see that. Very pretty. We go. So I'd say it's a small pen. It's a fairly thin pen. Not uncomfortable though. I do find with this pen I need to use it posted. Here, this bit here, it's an ink window. Just too dark. You can't see anything through it, so it's actually useless. If that had been transparent, perfect, but I can understand the design that went into this, why they want that darker colour. Very nice nib there, that Pelican nib. Really enjoyable. Piston filling pen. That's why you've got the ink window. Writes beautifully. And the ink, I didn't think I'd like the ink too much. But wow, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful blue. And I can see this being a blue that I will carry on using. It's Diamine. It's called One More Sleep. Very nice, really enjoying it. It's just that unusual colour. So that's the Pelikan M205. Up next, we're jumping to Italy for a Leonardo Ferrari. This is in white salt. Gorgeous looking pen. I love this material. Again, let me get this close to the camera. Hopefully you can pick up that beautiful nature of this pen. Absolutely gorgeous, and this silver trim really sets it off. This is a captured converter, so I'm going to take the body off. So it's a converter, it's screwed in, so it's nice and solid. Notice up here we've got this long neck. That's because you can also just unscrew the end cap and get to that if you wanted to fill it that way. I've got to be honest, because no matter what, you've got to unscrew it. I always just unscrew the body. But that's just me. That's just a personal way of doing things. Section is that older Leonardo style section. So we've got the drop down. I really like this. My fingers fit there so nicely. It's as if it's made for my fingers. Very, very nice. Then obviously we've got that Leonardo nib. It's another pen, writes beautifully. This one is a 1.1 stub. I enjoy it. I enjoy writing with it. It's such a pleasure. It's smooth with beautiful feedback. The ink, Diamine Serenity. Again, it's a very nice, it's like a very dark blue, but in there's a beautiful bit of red sheen as well. Looks really nice. So that's the Leonardo Ferrari. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. Pen number 4. Back in Germany for the Diplomat Arrow. This is the factory finish. So it's this beautiful, just plain aluminium. I love the shape. It's got a slightly different shape. Then I love this little bit of gunmetal trim there. Just sets off that factory so well. Cartridge converter. There we go. So we've still got ink in this one. I don't know if this comes over. Lot of squeaking when I'm putting this body on and off. The cap is a pull off. That gives us this section. The section to me is in this like dark grey gunmetal-y type colour. I do find that it can be a bit slippy at times. The section feels a teeny bit on the thin side, but not unusably so. Then again, we've got here this beautiful number 6 nib. Very nice. The ink in here is by Diamine and it's ash. It's a grey ink. But what I find with this ink is when I'm writing with it, it's got a beautiful green tinge to it. But as it dries, it does dry into a more standard grey colour. It's enjoyable. It's nice. Grey's not really my colour, but it's still, if I was going to go for a grey, I'd be quite happy to use this. So that's the Diplomat Arrow. The 5th pen, back to Italy for the Tibaldi Bononia. This is in Bora again. Let's hold this up because I think this is such a beautiful material. It's like a spaghetti resin with all these different colours. Really stunning. Problem with doing anything on camera, the pens look so much nicer in real life. Cap screws off. And in here we've got a converter. There we go. Let's just pop that back on. Section, same material. Section looks quite small though, as in lengthwise, but widthwise, very, very comfortable. My fingers fit on there quite nicely. If you hold your pen further up, again, very comfortable there. But for me, let's pull it back from the camera rather than scaring everyone. Really nice. And then we got that Tibaldi nib as well. The ink in here is Diamine Yuletide. It's like a dark tealy type ink. Flows exceptionally well. No issues with that. It's such a nice ink. This is a real pleasure to write with this pen. It's a pen I don't often use, which is a shame because, wow, whilst I've been using it during this month, I have loved it. Really enjoyed it. So that's the Tibaldi Bononia. My final pen of the month from Waterman. The Waterman Karen in marine amber. A stunning looking pen. I love this end here. It's just unusual, isn't it? The cap pulls off. I do wish it would be a twist off. Being very, very picky. Inside we've got the converter with, again, we've got some ink left in there. Don't know if it comes over on the camera. We've got a couple of rubber O-rings down here, so as you screw it on, it gives it that like soft landing, so you know when you've got that body screwed on. The section and the nib, one unit. It's a embedded nib. Stunning. It's an 18 karat gold nib. In one respect, I like it being black. It would be lovely though if this section was in that same amber colour. Beautiful then, you know, so it was going all the way through. But I can understand why they need to do it like this. This is a pen I do find occasionally can feel a little bit on the thin side. And I do find as well, because it's all one unit, sometimes I do find my fingers and, well, my finger and thumb sliding down a little bit. So I have to be careful. I have to think about it when I'm using it. Lengthwise, very nice. I use this unposted. Posted, to me, adds a little bit of weight on the back. But other than that, it's lengthwise is still nice to use. It's a stunning pen. So they're the pens that I'm using currently. They're what I'm thinking about at the moment. In the next week or so, I'm going to start thinking about my ratings for the month and how I'm going to rank these. How would you rank these? Have you got any of these pens? What are your thoughts on these pens? Please drop a comment down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.